All right, guys, I am back. This is going to be part two. Let's finish watching this amazing video. I don't know how many more parts this is going to be, so just bear with me and let's enjoy.
Walking a girl down the aisle on her wedding day, and when he explained that she was one of the girls that was from the red light district that they pulled out of there, I just thought, that is so cool. I just enjoyed hanging out with him, and had been wanting to actually go out to see his ministry overseas.
It's interesting because I really wanted to go to Africa, but it also really scared me because for many years I had told the Lord almost like I can't see too much. Like I don't want to see, I can see poverty, but I can't see starvation. You know, I can see hurting people, but I can't see real suffering because I don't think I would know what to do with it. And I felt like he said, it's time. I need you to see something beyond what you've already seen.
I know the most shocking things in my life. I had seen people who were hungry, who had not had much, but not starving to that point. I mean, not to the point where like less than a week to live because they are that malnourished.
You know, I've had a lot of children. I know what normal development looks like. What else can you do but walk around the corner and just start crying? It's just really overwhelming.
I remember this one little girl, and she was so disfigured that I didn't know if I could touch her. I didn't, like I was confused by her. There's just like a helpless feeling. I had the red light district described to me a couple of times, but I don't know if that's ever happened to you where you have an image in your head because someone painted a picture, and then you get there and it's not at all what you imagined in your mind.
The sights and the sounds in the red light district are so dirty and disgusting. It's like these girls are just wearing dirty, ragged clothes, and they're standing in the doorway just with that lost, broken look on their face.
Now I see, when the scripture just talks about the world apart from God, like just pure evil, it's like, wow, this is what it would look like. This is so depressing. This is so, it like hurts you to see it.
I always count it a privilege when the Lord allows me to see what he's doing around the world. So going on this trip was no different. Like, I really thank God for bringing me out of my safe, comfortable, me-centered environment.
My natural inclination is I need to stay here and fix everything, as though I could. And then you realize I'm of more worth to them back in the States than I am over there. So I start thinking, okay, what has God uniquely gifted me with? And I start thinking, okay, for some reason I'm able to write, and my wife and I were writing this book, and it's like, well, let's write this the best we can and give all the proceeds. And it's like, you know what? Let's figure out a way to publish this book as cheaply as we can so we can multiply those proceeds. You know, another thing God's given me is relationships. And I have relationships with very capable people who, video teams. It's like, man, let's see if they'll jump on board and make videos so that we can, maybe some of these will go viral and open people's eyes to the needs. I've got tech guys. Maybe they can do some things with web design. And, I've got other gals with marketing that are just brilliant with that. Maybe they can do that piece. So everyone was doing their piece of it and say, let's all work together to help these people.
Amen. Amen. So here you have it, guys. I mean, you, I cannot even begin to express or to explain how watching this video fits so much into my life. Um, if you haven't watched part one, you need to stop, put it on pause right now, because none of this is going to make sense until you go to the beginning, go watch part one. Um, and the reality of it is that, um, working with people like Pastor Sam in Kampala, Uganda, Great Mission Ministries. By the way, you can find us on Facebook, Great Mission Ministries, and greatmissionministries.com as well. But, what Pastor Sam does is it's so, it's just brilliant grunt work. He Here he started a children's ministry. I mean, a lot of the children that you see and walking in the streets of Uganda and Kampala, the capital, I mean, most of these families live barely on $1 a day. This is much like the same kind of environment that they are growing up in. I mean, I'm looking at this, and I'm asking myself, why was I ever complaining, growing up in the hood? The hood is a palace compared to, the level of poverty that we're looking at here. But, God brings us out, from whatever arena of life you come from. God has a specific purpose and a plan for you. Some people are, like he said, some people are tech guys, some people are video people, some people are marketing, some people, I mean, you have all of these brilliant, awesome people all over the place, just doing great and mighty things, working together in order that they may accomplish this one serious goal, which is to rescue the souls of men, rescue lives, help people in need, which is basically the gospel of Jesus Christ in action. It's one thing to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ from, a pulpit, when you got this one finger wagging at you and you feeling all this condemnation, because a lot of the times that's all most people have seen. However, when it comes down to it, that's not the gospel. The gospel, Jesus did not come to this world to condemn the world, but that through him all may be saved. Gospel of the world, that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. I mean, I can go on and we can continue. Let's go ahead and let me hit you with another one. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. It has not even entered into the hearts of man the things which God has prepared for those who love him. Now, watch this. If God keeps talking about love, if God keeps talking about loving people, and we live in such a broken world, and he uses people, then guess what? That means that you and I have some kind of ability that we can contribute to the kingdom. And you might think to yourself, well, I don't have a lot. Well, let me put it on pause real quick and tell you something. Neither did the little kid who brought the fishes and 2 loaves to Jesus Christ, but Jesus fed 5,000 with that. All I have to say is this: bloom where you are planted. You will never know what God has in store for you. Just know that God will never turn his back on you. We usually are the ones who turn our backs on him. Let's watch a little bit more of this. And
I had a great job at the time at a great church in a great neighborhood, and my kids were in great schools. And Francis said to me, I want to invite you to leave your great job and your great neighborhood and your great school, and then come into this place that is 6 times more violent than any other place in San Francisco. The school will not be as good as the schools that you were a part of, and there's no money in it. So I was like, great pitch. And
all right, guys, I'm gonna have to put it on pause here. It seems like I think I might have ran out of time, or I'm about to. But before I do, I just wanted to stop and tell you, God is going to get you out of your comfort zone. That's what he does. God bless you. See you in the next video.